We're joined here on FlowFM for the first time, I believe, by the Shadow Minister for Water, Tim McCurdy. Tim, thanks for joining us today.
Pleasure to be here.
Tim, the topic of buybacks in the Murray Darling Basin has been one we've talked about plenty all across our broadcast points in the three major basin states. What's the opposition's view on buybacks as we head towards a 2024 Basin Plan deadline?
Well, certainly in Victoria, we are totally against buybacks from irrigators. We know the Murray Darling Basin has, bits in place to make sure that there is more water contributed and committed to the Murray Darling Basin and our environmental flows. But we don't think it should come out of southern basins in terms of Victorian irrigators and even southern New South Wales irrigators. The southern basins, there's been a lot of buybacks take place. And we already support 30% of Australia's agricultural industry, and that's 4.9 billion. So we just think that's not the place to find the water, and buybacks is not on as far as we're concerned.
One thing that's been under attack in the Basin Plan by, I would say, the Labor side of politics has been the concept that the triple bottom line of any water buyback has to tick the social, economic and environmental boxes. That seems to be under attack in the Basin Plan. Is that a test you'd want to be in place before even buybacks were contemplated?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, there's plenty of ways. They've tried to get water through savings, and they've done very, very well over the years. And I think there's still other opportunities for that sort of thing in other areas. But the triple bottom line is exactly what we're going to be looking at to make sure that local communities, small communities, and we're not talking major towns where, my electorate's in Wangaratta, a big town in northern Victoria, but the smaller towns that rely on irrigation and the smaller communities, they will die if water is brought out of this industry again.
And is there a case for, I know there's been calls in some parts of the basin to pause the Murray Darling Basin Plan. Is there at least cause for pause given the amount of floodwater that's headed down the river recently and indeed the amount of flushing that's happened down at the Murray mouth at Goolwa in South Australia?
I think if buybacks is the easy answer, I think there is cause for pause, just to say, look, let's take a step back and let's establish how much environmental water do we really need and where will it come from? Because I think just that low-hanging fruit by saying, we'll just buy it back off irrigators, well, that just robs Peter to pay Paul. And I think that's the real concern that we've got, that they might get a short-term fix, but pain in the long term.
But there's also going down the buyback approach. Is it just sort of a fast and easy approach to, feeling like you're doing something about the environment, whereas maybe it's not actually delivering environmental benefits?
That's right. I think significant steps have been taken for the environment, and I'm very pleased, and we're all pleased at where we're headed. But in terms of where we get that last 450 gigalitres from, that's where the question needs to be asked. And as I say, it's low-hanging fruit just to say to New South Wales or southern New South Wales irrigators and northern Victorian irrigators, well, we'll buy it back out of your region and bugger what happens to the economy and the local economies in that instance, because we're going to save the environment. I think significant work has been done, and I just think we can fine-tune it a little more to make sure this 450 comes from the right place.
Well, Tim McCurdy is the Nationals MP for the Ovens Valley, but also Shadow Minister for Water in Victoria. Thanks so much for joining us today.
My pleasure.